With 40,000 units sold in less than a year since its launch, the Triber has been a runaway success for Renault. And the surprise here is that the Triber did it with just one engine and one gearbox combination. Where in modern times, most cars have multiple engine and gearbox options. But now, the Triber gets an AMT or automated manual transmission as an option. So, is it good? Does it offer more driving comfort than the manual? Let's find out. The Renault Triber is the quintessential people mover. Compact, spacious, smart, and very practical. It is easy to see why the Triber is doing well for Renault in India. Also, with the introduction of the AMT variant that we are driving today, we believe it has the potential to push the sales of the Triber even further. The Triber continues to get the same 1-litre 3-cylinder petrol engine which makes 71 brake horsepower at 6250 rpm, while the peak torque output is 96 Newton meters coming in at 3500 rpm. The claimed fuel efficiency is 18.29 kilometers per litre, which is just marginally less than the efficiency on the manual variant. And that is a small trade-off, more comfortable driving experience with a negligible drop in efficiency. Apart from the 5-speed AMT, everything else on the Triber stays the same in terms of specifications. As is the case with most AMTs, the Triber 2 gets a 5-speed unit. And while the drive itself is quite comfortable, the gearshifts are also quite smooth. The process itself is quite slow, and it may not be a problem when you're driving on traffic-laden roads in the city, but in case you want to overtake a slow-moving vehicle or drive on the highway, you will have to plan those kind of maneuvers well in advance. The other piece of good news is that this car, gets a manual mode as well. So, in case you want to downshift or upshift all by yourself for making a quick getaway, this is possible. Unlike the Quid, which gets a rotary knob, the Triber AMT gets a proper gear shifter, which makes for a more authentic feel when toggling between the drive mode, reverse and neutral. The Triber AMT also gets a creep function, which means when the car is in drive mode, one simply has to lift off the brake pedal and the car starts moving forward slowly. Quite helpful in case you're driving in bumper-to-bumper traffic. The 1-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine felt adequate on the manual version, and it does so on the AMT version as well. There's decent pull in the mid-range, and even at the very top, the car doesn't seem to run out of breath. The ride quality stays supple, and while the steering could have been a little tauter, the handling could have been slightly better, but we aren't complaining. In terms of looks, the Renault Triber stays the same, with its handsome European design and compact but balanced proportions, leading to a tall and wide stance. The interior too stays nice and airy, offering lots of space and large windows. One of the biggest draws on the Triber is that it offers multiple seating configurations. You could remove the rear seats completely and create more space for luggage and fold down the middle row seats for even more storage space. This makes the Triber versatile and practical. The Triber AMT gets the same list of features as its manual counterparts. Cooled glove box an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, rear AC vents are standard features found on the RXL variant and upwards. In terms of safety, the car gets dual airbags across all variants, and the top spec RXZ model gets additional side airbags too. In terms of competition, the Triber AMT goes up against hatchbacks like the Maruti Suzuki Swift, Hyundai Grand i10 Neos, and possibly the Datsun Go Plus as well. The prices for the Swift AGS start at 6,66,000 rupees and go up to 8,02,000 rupees. Similarly, the Hyundai Grand i10 Neos Petrol also gets AMT variants whose prices fall between 6,45,000 rupees and 7,69,000 rupees. The Datsun Go Plus CVT is perhaps the most apt rival of the Triber AMT here, and its prices range from 6,70,000 rupees to 6,90,000 rupees. In an ideal world, the Triber should have had an AMT version right from the launch itself. Now the AMT version, it offers a comfortable drive, gets all the features that the manual does, and is not overly expensive too. For the prices, the Renault Triber AMT still makes a lot of sense as a 7-seater sub 4-meter multi-purpose vehicle. Renault offers the AMT on RXL, RXT and the RXZ variants of the Triber, and the prices start at 6,25,500 rupees going up to 7,25,500 rupees. On an average, the AMT variants are about 40,000 rupees more expensive than the manual counterparts, and while the price gap could have been lesser, it is not drastically different either.